what is it called? She was a nurse, so she used to help me out with certain books for psychology to read, and I got interested in the human mind. So imagine that was like I was 8 or 9 years old there.
Right.
So I used to read them, got interested in them and stuff like that. And then, she used to help me out to be, a better person from whatever I was seeing within my environment. Yeah. So after that, she guided me through a number of things. Yes, but I used to help other friends chini ya maji, so that they, whenever they, wako tuna issues, I help out.
Yeah.
So where I can. And then later in life, got strong, got a good bond with my father. Had to. So your time whereby you stand up to your dad.
Exactly.
That was 2016. I had a lot of baggage in my back, like a lot.
I can imagine.
So I needed just to let it out.
Yeah.
Same way you taught.
It's interesting. You get before you continue. Many dudes have a similar story to yours, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
True. Our relationship with our dads is a bit...
It's a bit difficult. But what's interesting about what he's saying is at the same time when he was going through those things with the dad, I was close to his brother. The same kind of issues. Like we could never hang out because our pops were like, yo, what are you doing? So I would struggle to go to their place. They would struggle to come to mine.
You guys are like family friends.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice.
So I can relate.
Yeah.
So after that, I had to stand up to him, but at least now he has educated me, Nini, so he can't say, I can't take you to school. So I had to finish what I needed to do first.
Yeah.
So stood up to him, told him the messed up things he did. We patched things up. From there, at least the hate, the bitterness I had towards him, ilienda kabisa.
Yeah.
And now at least I became a free person. Like my heart was no longer that heavy. So from there, coming down to now 2018, 2019, I started doing small sessions with guys to help out guys who are going through depression and stuff like that. So I speak with them whenever they have issues and stuff like that, because there's a certain lady who I helped out who with some job, and then she got to know that I do mental health. She told me to now take it out, tell people, make people get to know it. But I just had to. Then now had to do it. Yes, and opened up a support group called Safe Space Truth Session with over 1,000 members.
Wow.
Yes, it's like my family.
I can imagine. That's a community, babe. Those are your people.
Yes. So whenever any person goes through certain issues, they post it there with no judgment or nothing. We guide them. If they need counselors, psychologists and stuff like that, I link them up and stuff like that. And it's a family. One way or another, I feel very happy having them.
Let me ask you, let's go back to when you had a bit of a situation with your dad.
Yes.
And of course now it kind of affected your mental health.
Yes.
At what point did you decide to seek therapy? If at all you did.
Yes, so I didn't seek therapy per se. My late mom was like therapist to me.
Oh,
so she would talk to me, help me out, guide me on a few things here and there. My dad also helped me out, but still traumatized me at the same time.
Yeah.
But it helped me one way or another. So yes, that's how I got to understand, to try and balance certain things, because it wasn't easy. Honestly, it wasn't easy, but I'm grateful. After 2016, yes, I'm super grateful.
Can imagine.
Yes.
Good stuff.
That's great.
Steph?
Yeah, so now let's link up mental health with being in the creative space, especially working with film directors, creative people, actors.
Yes.
Is there a situation where you've been in where you've been at work, you're shooting a script or you're shooting a movie or something, and you see someone being treated in a way where you just say like, this reminds me of a trauma I used to have?
Yeah.
And how do you face that?
It's crazy. I can remember these, when was it, 2018 or 2017 there. There's a movie I was acting as a bad husband. An abusive husband. So it triggered me a lot on certain things, and it messed me up one way or another. But I had to play out that character, because at the end of the day, I have to deliver. I have to give people this story so that they can relate with it. And also, yes, there's so many situations I've been in as an actor that have affected me. Even recently I was doing an audition that I had to speak about mental health, basing on somebody I love who's going through issues of drugs. So I had to create that character in my mind, and it triggers me. But that trigger, since when I was mentored by a few guys in the industry, they use those triggers to help you elevate your character to be better. So that's the only way I hack it.
Okay. Yes. Are there some new traumas where you've just been like, ooh, I didn't heal from that properly?
A few. Yeah, there is. That's some. That's some.
What would you say are the most common, challenges, mental health challenges faced by creatives in Kenya? Like things that you could easily pinpoint.
First, lack of support from the families. Most are not really supported. You say you're an actor or a musician, so I'm like, this is my work. So there's that, and then now financial constraints mostly comes from you're not paid well and stuff like that. Even job wise, I would say for actors, when you're like on set, some productions don't cater for your mental health. They don't look at the environment that you're in. They don't care whatever how you've been or what you're feeling, because personally I believe you should have certain sessions with actors or even the crew to talk with them to know how they are doing, stuff like that back at home, because one way or another, even when you're told that you leave you behind, at the end of the day it's still there. It will still affect you one way or another. So I believe you should talk with them, be with them one way or another, but most production don't do that. So yes, so it affects most people, and then most end up dying by suicide. And it's one crazy situation because we have lost a lot of creatives through suicide. Yes.
Oh, so how did you get into this space? Because it was just a couple of years, and now I was like, boom, I'm seeing you asking for actors. I never knew that you were in this business. So how did you get into this? And how did you connect the acting and the directing and mental health? How did it just come to play?
Yes. So how can I say? After being in the entertainment industry, I just had to connect with a few people here and there. Some of my mentors like Raymond Ofula, Kenambani. I knew these people from young, but it came, I don't know how, I'll say just God linked me up to them. Then I got to know them, to speak with them, got to know certain elements within the entertainment industry, and then I got to understand that a number of people are depressed. So since I have learned on several things on psychology, plus studied it, I had to see which niche can I tap into. As much as I am in the creative world, it's most people who are depressed are usually creatives, and they express it through either music, acting, dancing, and most people don't see it. They just see the entertainment part, but this person is speaking.
That's interesting, because sorry to jump in there, because I've had this conversation even with my friends over here, and I've asked other creatives the same question off of that point that you've just made. Is it true that pain, stress, depression can actually help create good art?
Yes. Wow. Yes, it does. Look at all the music from I remember this song which I'll never forget, when one of my exes left me, by Chris Brown. Deuces.
Oh, bro.
Is that good?
I relate.
That song is powerful.
That song plays just like
Yes.
I know.
So it comes from pain, and I believe every song or thing just that come out from pain and distress, it speaks to a lot of people, and it's powerful. So I usually say people don't take your pain as something that is bad. Take it as a strength. Take it like something that is supposed to build you, uplift you to be better.
That's interesting. You know, the creative and entertainment industry, the arts space, this whole creative space, I guess, can be very uncertain and very competitive.
Yes.
You know, so I can just imagine for the people who are trying to navigate that space, the pressure that comes with it. How, for example, how did you maintain your mental health?
Well, it's tricky. Mostly I speak with people. There's a few. As I grew, I got to know more of psychologists and counselors and stuff like that, and got to be friends with several of them. So there's two of them who also help me out so that I can speak out my issues with them and stuff like that to balance myself. And also whenever I help out people, it's kind of therapy to me.
There you go.
I feel good whenever I help so many people. When somebody just tells you thank you, it's a relief that I don't know how you can't express it with any other thing. So I love it, and that's why I have the support group for people who would yearn for such a thing. So I help them out, they help each other, and I believe the way I feel good, they feel good at the end of the day.
I like that. Let's take a short break, guys. I love when we come back, we're going to continue with this conversation. It's all things mental health for filmmakers and creatives. Remember, we're hanging out with Samuel Luchemo. He's an award-winning mental health advocate and a casting director. Right now, a banger, Rumba, Wanavokali, Tunekazi. It's 8:01.
94.4 Spice FM, Nairobi.